Good evening, Internet. My name is Michael and I'm here to review some stuff for you. Tonight we're going to take a look at a 1979 action movie called The Warriors. Now, if you've never seen this movie, let me read the back for you. A battle of gigantic proportions is looming in the neon underground of New York City. The armies of the night number 100,000. They outnumber the police 5 to 1. And tonight they're after the Warriors, a street gang blamed unfairly for a rival gang leader's death. This contemporary action-adventure story takes place at night, underground in the subculture of gang warfare that ranges from Coney Island to Manhattan to the Bronx. Members of the Warriors fight for their lives, seek to survive in the urban jungle, and learn the meaning of loyalty. So yeah, that's kind of what the movie's about. Not a very good description. Basically, the plot is that all the street gangs of New York are under a truce not to fight each other because the biggest gang in New York has a leader called Cyrus, who everyone calls the One, and he's sort of a almost mystical figure. And he calls forth a giant meeting where all these gangs show up at the meeting. And Cyrus is telling them all how they outnumber the police like 3 or 4 to 1, and how if they all combine together into one giant gang, they can take over the city, and no one will give them any stuff. That basically they'll just take over. And while he's doing this, he gets shot. And then the cops raid the place. And the dude that shot him ends up blaming the Warriors, which is the main gang of the movie. And their leader gets killed by the gang that Cyrus was with, and the others run away. And then the rest of the movie is just them running away, trying to get back to Coney Island, which is their turf. And throughout the movie, they have several fights with other gangs. And one of the more unique things about this movie are the gangs. They're not what anyone would consider an actual normal gang. All the gangs are very stylized. They all wear kind of weird costumes early. They all have like what they call their colors. Like the Warriors, they all wear a leather vest that says Warriors on the back. Some of the gangs, they wear like a certain jacket or a certain style shirt. They all dress the same basically. And some of the more notable ones is there's some that dress up like pimps, and there's some that dress up like mimes. Unfortunately, those two don't really do anything in the movie, so it wasn't as cool. However, there are some that dress up in like an old-fashioned baseball uniform, and they wear face paint, and they go around with baseball bats. And they actually have a fight with the Warriors at one part, which was pretty entertaining. Another gang, they all dress up kind of like hillbillies. They all have mullets, and they have big overalls. And they actually do the best fight in the entire movie near the end, where the remaining warriors that haven't been arrested yet at this point have a fight with these guys in a bathroom at a subway station. And it's actually a pretty good fight. Another memorable gang is there's a female gang called the Lizzies. They get some of the guys and they try to take them out, and that was actually a pretty good scene too. All in all, this movie's filled with the photography is very good. Most of the fights are pretty decent. Sometimes there's a few things that are just kind of a little iffy, but in general, it's a really good movie. Another really good part about the movie is I guess you would call him the villain. He's the guy that actually shot Cyrus, and he's chasing down the Warriors. He's at the very end for the big standoff, and basically through the entire movie you see that he's just really, really crazy. And he does a thing where he's holding 3 like pop bottles. He's like clanking them together, and he's going, "Warriors come out to play, Warriors come out to play." And it's probably the most memorable scene of the movie, and it's really cool. And the ending's really cool. I won't spoil it for you, but just watch this movie. All in all, it's a very good watch. Great action, great storyline. The characters are pretty cool. So yeah, watch it. I give this one a 5, and stay tuned for next time when I'll review something else.